Welcome to the Blueprint Podcast, where the blueprint to understanding a new and unified world is in our shifting consciousness.
Hey, thanks everyone for joining me here on the Blueprint Podcast. I hope that you are having the most amazing day. Today, I'd really like to talk to you about discovering your own genius and how, when we discover our genius, it leads to a journey of healing. So, I'm your host, Angela Blaha, and thank you for being here. In life, we often find ourselves burdened, like literally burdened by things that no longer serve us. And I know that you can all feel that right now as we enter the end of the year of 2023. I can tell through the consciousness that we are feeling this. It could be, like our past traumas that are trying to be healed and transformed. It could be negative beliefs. It could be just day-to-day stress, or it's simply just everything that weighs you down, like resentments, or if you have internal anger, which is happening a lot right now. It could be, just anything. So what if there was a super, super simple solution, and all we had to do was to follow what we do desire, versus this misalignment that we've been trained so well in, or what we don't want, right? So what if it's just so simple as that? Like we just switch, we just change it. If we really want to create a new earth, a new way of being that we have, that we desire, deeply desire, you can feel that deep desire, then being able to release the old, it's critical to shift our focus to what we do want. I've been talking about this all year long because 2024 is going to be, well, it's demanding it as we move forward. The act of consciously choosing our desires amidst all of life's pressures is where your personal power will truly shine. Truly shine. So, when we understand how this simple little act, simple little thing of focusing on our own desires, on the needs that are literally coming forward, and I don't mean needs in a very negative way. I mean needs as in the soul needs this. We can lead to very profound transformations that we should be eager to shift, right? Like we feel this this urgency. We're feeling this urgency to shift. And all it is just this simple little thing from releasing all of our old lacking mentalities, our belief systems, everything that creates lack, and focusing on what you desire. And understanding your genius in 2024 is essential. And you are feeling the urgency for that. So, to start, you have to be brutally honest when you ask the question, what aligns most for me? Where does my genius lie? And I can tell you that your genius has been a theme throughout your entire life. It's not something that you need to go out and discover. It's a theme. Like if you look back at your entire life, what's the one theme that has been a mainstay, that has been a grounding component for you? That's your genius. It's nothing new. It's nothing that you have to do all this work to discover. You already have it. You've been playing it out, or you've been distracting it, or you've been hiding it, but it's always been there. So if we're looking at what aligns most with me, this question holds the key to unlocking all of your true potentials. And we all know that I'm working in the world of potentials. So let's look at a bigger picture here. and the importance of aligning with your authentic self. I mean, this is moving forward in the life of the human race. Being your most authentic self is the key factor that will either create a life of thriving or keep you in a life of survival. And how it, when you align with your authentic self, it will pave the way for healing on a very mass level. So if we can get everyone just to be your genius, your authentic, beautiful selves, we will have mass healing. We will have a mass evolution. In the chaos of daily life, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters to us because we're distracted all the time. We're in a state of chaos constantly. But here are 2 steps when reviewing this question. What matters most to you? What aligns most to you? Step 1, identify your core values. Now, I realize that values, morals have been by the wayside since the early 60s. I can tell you that. When you understand what you value and you live your life aligned with and following what matters to you, you navigate life's challenges with a sense of purpose. Because what happens is you become focused and you stay focused. And you're always focused. When you concentrate, when you identify your core values, you create standards in your life. Without standards, we have zero focus. That's what I've learned over this past year, is when I'm not focused on my authentic self, I have zero standards. My standards get real loose and chaos happens in my life. I'm not here for chaos. Like, I don't like the feeling of it. I don't like being in it. All it does is create mental anguish, emotional anguish for me, and I'm done with that whole thing. Step 2, building unconditional relationship with yourself. This is a very powerful concept. Now, I'm not talking about just self-love. I'm talking about unconditional relationship with yourself. What does that mean? Well, you get to define it, but for me, it means honoring your desires, honoring and accepting all of you, and taking actions that align with your authentic self. Sometimes over this last year, it's meant being brutally honest with who I am. And more importantly, who I'm not. Who I'm not. Because all that does is pull me back into chaos. So, building unconditional relationship with yourself. So those are the 2 most important things I've learned over 2023. And I'm sharing them with you so that we can move into the power of 2024. Thank you for joining me on this emotional and very personal journey of self-discovery and healing. Because remember, your genius has always lied within you. Sometimes it's been just lying there waiting to be discovered. Sometimes it's been a theme throughout our entire life. And now we get to pull it forward and allow the genius of who we are to lead. Like, I've been working in soul development for eons, like practically my whole life. And we're at this shifting point in our consciousness. We're bringing the soul to the surface, bringing the soul in and allowing it to lead our lives so that we can thrive. This is where we are. And we get to choose what we're going to do. I'm going to suggest that we release, that we focus, that we align, that we prioritize, And we unconditionally love who we are. Until next time, embrace your personal power, because self-actualization is the only way forward. It's the only way forward for humanity. Keep discovering your genius, allowing it to be front and center. It's a vital part of 2024. Thank you again for joining me here. As always, if you love this, please like, subscribe, and share, because 2024, it's a powerful year.
Thank you for being with us today. To find out more about Angela, visit her website at www.angelablaha.com